Dr. Okome. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I've just been introduced, I'm Ookome Okome. I teach at the Department of English and Film Studies at the U of A, University of Alberta. I welcome you all here, and I do so with a certain sense of trepidation. A sense of trepidation that I will explain to you in a couple of minutes. But a more formal welcome will be delivered to you shortly, and that is going to be robust, more robust than I can ever give to you here. But I'm really, really glad to be here. This is the second time that I'm coming to be part of something that I actually teach, something that I've always thought very important to our collective life here, the department at this great city. The one point I want to make, and very briefly too, is to share my enthusiasm for this occasion, but at the same time to make myself a personal example of why small, intimate, and very, very cohesive organizations such as the Nile Valley Foundation and the African History Project are significant to our very being individually and collectively. As you may already have noted in some of the correspondence that you've had from this wonderful foundation, one of the highlights is planting seeds for tomorrow today. And what I need to talk to you briefly about is the idea of remembering the Black History Month, the significance of remembering that. And remembering here does not mean a certain kind of a recrimination, but remembering as a way of moving forward. Which is why I consider this particular foundation very, very, very significant, and so significant in a place like this that has been welcoming and also very instrumental to the individual development of some of us who found ourselves here and to the collective presence of Black people here. The library is really important. As somebody who's been teaching since I can remember, been teaching since I graduated from the University of Ibadan in Nigeria some 20 years ago when I knew nothing, when all I wanted to do was just take a PhD, which I did. This is very important because as I started walking around the world, traveling all over the place, going to Europe, North America, and finally settling down here, I realized that identities are connected to idea of collective history. With one, you are lost. With many, you can remember. You can keep your identity. You can be who you want to be in that particular crowd. The Nile Valley Foundation has provided that. The African History Project is providing that. And one of the things that I'd like to say very clearly today is my support for the African History Project. It's not a personal support, but a support that is based on my idea of collectiveness, so to speak. And I'll urge everyone here, Black, blue, green, yellow people, to support this, because it's only in our attitude to understanding the next person that we're capable of living together in harmony and presenting a future that will provide for our children's children the healthy atmosphere to live on and to create a better world. That, for me, is what the Nile Valley Foundation represents. That, for me, is one of the most crucial parts of this gathering today. And my hope is that all of you, without an exception, will come to realize that reading the other person from his own perspective while maintaining your own identity is perhaps one of the most interesting aspects of our collective existence as humankind, not as people from different races. I need to close now, but I want to close with a comment that I find really, really profound. And that is that as we plant the seed for today, as we hope to arrive at a better tomorrow, we must first of all deal with the moment, and deal with the moment in such a way that we provide not only moral support for this group, but also financial support for the Nile Valley Foundation, and for me, on a personal basis, for the African History Project. It is through history that we know ourselves, and it's in history that we remember. And by remembering, we forget those things that we do not want to keep alive. We look forward to those things that bring us together, not those things that divide us. I thank you very much for listening.